Welcome back, Patriots. As you can see, I'm alive and breathing. I'm about over the, I think it was influenza, the bioweapon I got in the hellhole known as Lansing, Michigan, which I try to avoid when at all possible, but I had to go to the Michigan GOP convention, so the bastards got me. However, I am going to survive, so not today, Satan. East Palestine, Ohio is still a nightmare. If I was no people there, I would be telling them, get the hell out. It's not safe. No matter what they're telling you, it's not safe. We're hearing now that 44,000 animals died in a circumference of ground zero, but it could be 400,000. I think the damage that's done by this, we don't even know how bad it is yet. I suspect the farmland is ruined. At least it is for the coming years. I mean, who's going to want to feed their cattle grain or corn growing off of this contaminated land? This is a nightmare. And Joey's nowhere to be seen, of course. He's over there, patting Zelensky on the ass, wanting to give him another, $10 billion? It's ridiculous. One guy in Palestine said it feels like his chest is heavy, coughing up phlegm. They're all getting like a Mickey Mouse voice. It's messing with their larynx and stuff. They're going to end up with cancer. You just got to leave. I mean, it sucks. Pack your car, get the family. We're out of here. Get with an attorney, and you're going to sue, and it's going to be years, folks. The EPA is in bed with, this is a fascist. This is one of the evils of fascism, this relationship between government and corporations. That's who's running this country. The EPA, if it was you that spilled something out in your yard, they're going to be all over you. But when a big mega corporation that they're in bed with, big donor, owned by BlackRock and Vanguard, I think, they can do no wrong. Kill off 44,000 animals, and the number's still growing. But if I was in East Palestine, I would get out of there. They're trying to haul the toxic dirt up and inject it in deep wells here in Michigan. No, thank you. I'm still not over this stuff completely, but I do feel much better. And I was having trouble starting my diet again, and I've been losing weight big time over the last week. So there's a win, or you can always get a positive from every negative, right? China, the Biden administration, Joey, Limp Noodle Joey, telling Xi Jinping that you better not be giving Russia any weapons or there'll be consequences. Anybody scared of Joey? Seriously? Supposedly China's trying to make a peace deal, but no doubt they're going to help Russia. Joey's doing one of our worst nightmares. I mean, one thing we never wanted was Russia and China to become friends. Think of the power between those two countries. But Joey's doing it. We didn't want to see our money earned as off the petrodollar. We wanted to keep it as the world reserve currency, and it's looking like he's destroying that. The guy is a human wrecking ball. I think probably Obama's pulling his strings, to be honest. Here's an article. Physical attacks on U.S. power grid rose 71% last year compared with 2021 and will likely increase. They're trying to say it's, rise of white supremacist. No, it's not. That is a lie. Now, it could have something to do with the open border, and every American-hating enemy of ours is sending their contingents of soldiers to just walk freely across our border, plus pick up a check and get paid and get ID. Joey will pay them while they're doing their mayhem here in America. Oh, here was an article. This is over at Zero Hedge. They do not want peace, and so you need to prepare for a horrific global war. And this article is about how China's walked over to Ukraine and Russia, a 12-point peace deal. And America, right away is stomping it out with Zelensky because they do not want peace, they want war. So I agree with them. And I agree, prepare for a unholy nightmare that's going to be unleashed in World War III. It's just coming, folks. I don't see anything change my mind. This is China is our enemy. Okay, now and look at I always got to take a moment to qualify what I'm saying. I'm not in love with the slightest stretch with KGB Putin. He comes from the old communist empire. He's probably a full-out communist. It was them in the late, the Soviet Empire that started messing to undermine America from within, and they're reaping benefits right now. They read the 45 declared goals of the communists to take over America from the early 60s. So I'm no fan of Putin. However, we were meddling with a neighboring country. We're nation building. We pulled a coup in Ukraine, put our people we wanted to be in charge there. We destabilized it. Putin felt threatened that it was going to join NATO and there would be missiles on his border. And, I can't totally disagree with Putin, and I do not like Zelensky or the puppet government there either. That being said, China is definitely our number one geopolitical enemy. And we built that. China had no technology. They were no global superpower. And thanks to Henry Kissinger and a lot of other people over the years that wanted to trade because they seen dollar signs, right? Cheap labor. We have built a monster, okay? We have built a monster. And so Taiwan is an ally. And so if it came between protecting Ukraine or protecting Taiwan, I'm going to go with protecting Taiwan. And before I forget, I'm seeing not Putin, but Medvedev, I can't pronounce the guy's name. That guy. He says we better just plow right across Ukraine and take part of Poland. And I've said repeatedly that if Russia attacks a NATO ally, then it's gloves off. It's war. And so, and Poland seems all in on the war too. So it's just all roads lead to World War III and probably nuclear world war. So what we can do is prepare, but this is over at antiwar.com. U.S. plans to expand military presence in Taiwan, a move that risks provoking China. So we have some, it's not a huge deal, folks. The U.S. plans to deploy between 100 and 200 troops to Taiwan in the coming months. So, and I think we've always had some troops there. I think this is more about, flipping China the middle finger. We're not scared of you, China. This is Joey. We're going to send some more troops there. Is it an escalation toward war with China? Yes. Yes, it is. Yellen says, I think she's going to send $10 billion more to, Yellen says U.S. will send $10 billion more in economic aid to Ukraine. So Biden, for the moment, says he's saying no on F-16s, but they'll figure out a surrogate country in Europe to give F-16s. It's the way it works. They do the shell game to give F-16s to Ukraine, and then we'll resupply. The industrial military complex will sell planes to that country to replenish them. Obama's former White House doctor warns Biden's cognitive decline is bringing U.S. closer to an all-out war and going to get people killed. Couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Joe Biden, I can just like name off probably 10 things where he should be impeached and removed as the president of the United States. Why he is still there is beyond me. Why the new House hasn't already started the impeachment, unless I missed it. I mean, they should go after him. You know, they'll go, well, we can't remove him. We don't have the votes in the Senate. I don't care. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Damn. So I see Ron Romney said, well, Donald Trump I'm confident he will support the Republican nominee. Yeah, it will be Trump. Trump will be, supporting Trump. What's really scary in this country right now, why I'm really worried, it's going to be hell on earth. The Republican Party is a dumpster fire. We're full of rhinos. We're full of uniparty. The Democrat is a well-oiled machine. I mean, they get their candidates. They all agree they hate America. They want to destroy America. They want globalism. And they're just, bam, let's go. They got big money donors because of the back and forth between the politicians and the big corporations. And where we have to fight, I mean, literally fight to get a person on the ticket that's got America first. It's a battle. And so that's not good, folks. We can't be battling right now. If you want to do some infighting, how about we save the country and infight after that? But it's just not going to happen. So actually, I was pretty white as a ghost for a while, folks. I've had worse flu. I would say as far as flu goes, relatively mild. I mean, I've been through worse. Other than it just sucks the energy out of you. But I'm back. So should be back making videos fairly regular next week. Wednesday we march into spring, or march towards spring. We have snow now. I have the window open because it's 81 degrees in here. And it's chilly out today. Supposed to get, I don't know, a mix of crap tomorrow. Ice, snow, slush. But old man winter's days are getting shorter. And then we'll be back into summer. And that's probably a good thing, because if things do go crazy in the world, I would rather have it happen when the weather's nice than in the middle of winter. But watch, if you got an hour to spare, so I forget what the hour and a half, watch the day after. And watch that video, Glenn Beck. I shared in the community post on Glenn Beck on nukes. Everything you need. I think it was Everything on Nukes 101. And it's got the, the radioactive, whatever that symbol in the middle of one for the O in 101. But great video. Learned a lot. I may watch it again just because there was so much in that video. Glenn was really hitting on all cylinders. Excellent video. And Trump knows we're at the cusp of nuclear world war. And I think a peace deal could be had. I mean, I think if they unleash Trump, the Biden administration, but they want war, right? So they won't. And sent Trump over to meet with Zelensky and Putin, we'd probably have a peace deal. And then we got to deal with China on the Taiwan issue. But that we didn't cause. China is an aggressor, I just think we're heading for World War III. So keep prepping. The stock market. That's the other thing I was going to talk about. The stock market looks like it's finally starting to tank. All the Mickey Mouse. There is no inflation. It's transitory. No matter what they do, these half measures of raising rates, a little bit at a time, because they don't want to kill the economy, but you have to kill the economy to rein in inflation. They should have just raised it like 4 points, I can't think of what his name did in the recession of the 80s. And I mean, it killed the economy for about a year. And then we popped out of it and it blossomed. I mean, went through the Reagan Revolution. It was incredible. But they don't want to do that, so they're letting inflation grow and grow and grow. And they've been lying to us. And they just got an inflation report, and it was really bad. And the market, I think the Dow's maybe down 1,000 points. We'll see what it does Monday. Keep in mind, folks, that the Fed has traders on the floor, wall and broad. They have traders, Feds. They invent money, they pump it in, they buy stocks, and they manipulate the market. So when you wonder, how did we get all this terrible news this day and the market go up? That's why, because it's not real. It's a facade. It's all fake. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just giving you my opinion. All right. So I'm going to drink a glass of water and chill. And tomorrow should be back at it. Other than I'm a little hoarse, I feel pretty good. See you guys. Bye.